Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Sri Ramachandra and Sugriva spoke to each other. Sri Ramachandra was really thinking about how to cross the sea, and Sugriva says, no, we'll build a huge setu and we'll cross the sea. And now, after all the conversation with Sugriva, now Sri Ramachandra is looking towards Swamy Hanuman and he is asking, Tapasa setubadhena sagarochoshanena cha sarvadhapi samardhosmi sagarasya langhane. I can cross the sea using my tapashakti, or I can build a huge setu, which means a bridge, and cross the sea. I can use my arrows to dry up the entire water of the sea and I can still cross it. I am capable of doing all this. But, O Hanuman, I want to know something from you. Kati durgani durgaya lankaya tad bravishvame gyatum ichhami tatsarvam darsanadiva vanaraha. O Hanuman, let me know how many forts are there in Lanka. How is Lanka city as such? Because you have already seen it. Please let me know as to how I can also understand how that is, so that I can plan for the war. बलस्य परिमाणञ्च द्वारदुर्गक्रियामपि गुप्तिकर्म च लङ्कायां रक्षसां सदनानि च यथा सुखं यथावश्च लङ्कायामपि दृष्टवान् सर्वमाचक्षतत्वेन सर्वथा कुशलो ह्यसि. Tell me how much army is there, where all we can find the openings or dwaras into the fort of Lanka, and then how are those castles built over there, what are the different security measures which are over there, how are the houses, because you have seen all that. Now please tell me, and you are a great Samardha. You are a person who knows all this and you would have seen all this in a very nice way. Shrutvā Ramasya Vachanam Hanuman Marudatmajaha Vakyam Vakyavidam Sreshto Ramam Punaradha Bravit. So now Hanuman is going to talk back to Sri Ramachandra about this, and we are going to see that. Now, why am I going through every shloka of this sarga? Because this is one place where the defenses of Lanka are articulated very, very nicely. Hence, I want to cover this entire sarga in a single episode so that we can actually get to understand as to how Lanka looks. Shruyatam sarvamakhyasya durgakarma vidhanatha guptapuri tadha Lanka rakshita cha yatha balaihi. I am going to tell you as to how Lanka is going to be. Please listen, O Sri Ramachandra. Rakshasya yatha snigdha ravanasya tetsa param samruddhi Lankayam लङ्कायाः सागरस्य च भीमतां विभागञ्च बलौघस्य निर्देशं वाहनस्य च एवमुक्त्वा कपिश्रेष्ठः कथयामास तत्त्ववित्. Okay, this Lanka, the Rakshasas who are there in Lanka, they love their king Ravana, so they have a lot of Prabhu Bhakti, and I'm going to tell you how rich Lanka is, how the sea is, how the different units of army are there, how different vehicles are over there. All of that I am going to tell you. Hrushta Pramutta Lanka Mattad Divasmakula Mahati Ratha Sampurna Rakshogana Nishevita. There are a lot of elephants, there are a lot of chariots in Lanka. The Rakshas in Lanka are very happy. So Lanka always seems to be very happy to the outsider. Kavatani Mahaparighavanti cha Chatvari Vipulanyasya Dvarani Sumahanti cha. The city is guarded by walls. There are 4 huge openings or 4 huge doorways into Lanka. We call them as Dwaras also. And you have those huge parighas, right, to close the doors. I mean, if you look at these old movies, you see people putting a huge iron bar or a huge wood bar that would secure the door, right? So that's what Swamy Hanuman is telling here. They have got huge of them, and then there itself Tatreshu Palayantrani Balavanti Mahandija Agadam Parasainyam Taihi Tatra Pradinivaryate. There are huge machines over there which would actually send out arrows and huge stones. Now, if you are remembering Bahubali's scenes here, yes, you might want to, because those are common defense systems probably. That's what we can assume, right? The Indians were so advanced that we already had machines that threw arrows and huge boulders onto others when enemies are attacking them. Dvareshu samskruta bhima kalaya samayasitaha tatso rachita virehi Satagno Rakshasam Ganaihi. And after this, there are Satagnas. When we are discussing Balakanda, we saw that even Ayodhya had these Shatagnis. These Shatagnis are the machines that throw projectiles, and they can also throw, like, they are like cannons, things that can throw all that onto the other people. You can also call them as sort of missiles launching vehicles, but of a shorter range. And after all these, when you cross all these security things, O Sri Ramachandra, there you would see the huge city which is filled with gold, which is covered, you would see all these decorations and all. When you want to enter from here to there, you would see a lot of water bodies in the middle, in which there is a lot of water, and in that Ravana has a lot of crocodiles, so that people can't just directly get into the city. There are 4 bridges on these water bodies, and on these also there are a lot of machines that Ravana has installed. And if anyone is entering those bridges, Ravana's army can throw arrows and stones on the person who is coming. Even those bridges which are leading into the city, they are also very well secured. That's what Swamy Hanuman is saying. Ekaswamalpo Balvan Sankrama Sumharaha Drudaha Kanchaner Bahubi Stambhaihi Vedikabhischa Sobitaha. On one of those bridges, I have seen that there are a lot of golden pillars and a lot of places where people can sit. That particular bridge, that actually shines a lot. And O Sri Ramachandra, Ravana is ready for war. He does not have any fear in his heart that he might lose. And he constantly checks the readiness of his Sena on a daily basis. And this Lanka city, that's on a huge mountain, hence entering that city is not easy. And then around this Lanka, there is a river that flows. So this is a Nadi Durga, and since it's on a mountain, it's a Parvata Durga, and since there is a lot of forest around it, it's also Vana Durga. And on the top of all this, since Ravana built this fort, it's called as a Krutrima Durga. So there are 3 natural plus 1 man-made protections that are available here. And O Sri Ramachandra, this is on the southern side of the sea. We can't take a boat also and go, so there is no Nauka Marga also there, and there is no way in which anybody can send out a message also from there. Hence, O Sri Ramachandra, this is equivalent to Amaravati place where Devatas reside. So this is also built on the top of a huge mountain. It is very tough. Nobody can enter there very easily. They have so many horses and elephants inside that no army can actually break this. And this Lanka is surrounded by those man-made water body, which is offering a lot of protection due to a lot of crocodiles inside. And then the machines which are there, which can throw arrows on you, that's very, very tough. So it is very tough to enter the city. Not just these, they have other protections also. Ayutam Rakshasa Matra Purvadwaram Samasitam Sulahasta Duradharsha Sarve Khadgagra Yodhinaha. In this Lanka, Ayutam means 10,000. 10,000 Rakshasas are guarding the eastern entrance. Netam Rakshasa Matra Dakshinadvaramasitam Chiturangena Sainyena Yodhas Tatrapyantamaha. On the southern side, there are 1 lakh soldiers, and there are all 4 balas over there, which means we have people who are fighting on the foot. There is a horse, there is an army, there's a cavalry basically, and then there is an elephant army also. Then there is an army which is having a lot of chariots also. So he has ensured that his southern door or the southern dwara is well guarded, but then his northern dwara faces India, so he is putting his maximum army at the northern dwara. Prayutam Rakshasa-matra Paschimad Dwaramasitam Charma Khatgadara Sarve Tadha Sarvasra Kovida. There are 10 lakh soldiers who guard their western dwara or the western doorway. Okay, there are 10 lakh people who are who are protecting that. All of them are sword fighters, and then all of those 10 lakh people, they are also very good at using astras. Now we are moving to this northern dwara, which is the most important dwara from Ravana's perspective, because that's facing the place from where Sri Ramachandra is, right? So he is putting extra protection there. Nirbudam Rakshasa Matra Uttara Dvaramasitam Radhinas Chahpavahascha Kulaputra Supujitah. He kept all the great people in his city to guard his northern dwara, and he has put 1 crore Rakshasas to save that dwara. So 1 crore actually means 10 million. Satasoda Sahasrani Madhyamam Skandamasidah Yadudhana Duradharsha Sagra Kotischa Rakshasam. And in the middle of all this, lakhs and thousands of Rakshasas are there. There are more than 1 crore Rakshasas who are in the middle of the city and who are guarding the city. And now, Sri Ramachandra, I am going to tell you what I did. Temaya Sankrama Bhagnaha Parikaschava Purita Dagdha Janagari Lanka Prakaras Chavasadita Baleka Desa Kshapito Rakshasanam Mahatmanam. I broke all those 4 bridges and I ensured that those water bodies are filled. I burned that Lanka Nagara, and I even broke some of those high-rise buildings there, prakaras, And then in the entire army that I have told you, I have killed 1/4 of them. And now येन केन तु मार्गेण तराम वरुणालयम हतेति नगरी लंका वानरैर उपधार्यताम. If we can cross the sea somehow, our vanaras, because they now know the enemy, they will be able to easily destroy the armies of Lanka. अंगदो द्विदो मैन्दो जाम्बवान् पनसो नलः नीलसेनापतिश्चैव बलशेषेण किं तव प्लवमाना हि गत्वात्तां रावणस्य महापुरीं सपर्वत वनां भित्त्वा सकतां दशतोरणां सप्राकारां sabhavanam anayishyanti raghava. O Sri Ramachandra, forget the rest of the army. Angada, Dvida, Mainda, Jambavanta, Panasa, Anala and Neela, all of us, we can go there just by jumping from this shore of the sea to that shore. We can break the city of Lanka and we can get back Sitamam. एवं आज्ञापय क्षिप्रं बलानां सर्वसंग्रहं मुहूर्तेन युक्तेन प्रस्थानम अभिरोचया. So, O Sri Ramachandra, kindly order the armies to move immediately so that we can start for our fight on Lanka. So, this is what Swamy Hanuman has told, and this is how Lanka Nagara is. So, hope you got a bird's eye view of Lanka Nagara very nicely. May Sri Ramachandra bless all of us so that we can look at our next episode in a very nice way. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam sri sasmara swam charanarvindar paramastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.